and direct. Good evening. Good evening. I want to welcome Biafrans all over the world. I want to welcome you to this wonderful evening program, live and direct from Radio Biafra. We are live on Radio Biafra. We are live on BTV, and we are also live on all platforms. I want to say welcome to viewers, wonderful people of Biafra. I want to say thank you very much for being here this evening. I will be having Mazi Chinasa Nworu who will be joining us very soon for our interactive program this evening. And it's going to be interaction between me and him, where we are going to discuss issues as regards to 30th May, fallen heroes and our heroines, and also we are going to talk about the issue of security in Biafra land and so many other issues as well that affect our people directly and indirectly. So, as you are joining us, I want you to please call on your neighbors. I want you to please encourage people around you to tune into BTV Europe. And we are reaching you live from Veneto, Italy. And it's my pleasure to be here once again. We are also going to take some interesting video clips that are circulating as regards to 2027 general election and the threat against the Biafran people. And the threat is okay. I don't know. Somebody said that my voice is cracking. So I want to, okay, I want from this comment section. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's now confirmed. So um, I will be taking some clips. We'll be taking some clips as regards to a video circulating about the threat of Biafrans against 2027 general election. And also, there is an article that is circulating via social media about a proposal for regional government. And in Nigeria, where uh, there is a speculation that from October that there's going to be that Nigeria is going to establish a regional government, not confirmed, but this is the news we are getting, and I don't know how true that is. So I would like to see if Mazi Chinasa Nworu is available so that we can open this conversation, because we have already exceeded our opening time, and I know that a lot of Biafrans in anticipation have been waiting for this broadcast. And I want to say we apologize to have come a little late due to circumstances beyond our control, but we are here now. And I would encourage us to please share this program, make it go round, and make sure that we are all connected, because this is a very, very interesting program as we come to you live on BTV Europe. We are also live on Radio Biafra London. We are live on Rapture Media and so many other platforms, as you all know it. Thank you very much. I want to say thank you very much. So, can we please have our guest to this program this evening? I don't know if Mazi Chinasa is there. Ready? Hello, Mazi. Can you please unmute? Just unmute yourself. Good evening and welcome to the program, please, Mazi. You are muted. If you can unmute yourself, the audio, your audio section. Yes. Okay. Thank you
Mazi,
very much for. Yes. You're welcome, Mazi. Good evening.
good evening, Mazi. But unfortunately, your voice is not very clear. I don't know, it's cracking. I don't know if it's only from my side or is it how
Yeah.
others.
Yeah,
I'm
it could
seeing
be
it.
from your side because I'm getting confirmation that my voice is clear from my end, and I also have confirmed that from the program director that my voice is very clear. Also from the comment section because I'm also monitoring the comments here. So it could be a technical problem from your end. I don't know if it's something you can resolve and come back, but I believe that I should be coming clearer to you
Um, um,
now.
what I'm thinking, let our host, the Europe TV, which is in the background, check. I think his speaker is on. Whether that is what is causing. I
Okay,
can hear you.
please, can our program director please look
Yes.
at the concern that is being raised while we proceed with today's program.
You say?
Yes, so I want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much, Biafrans all over the world. This evening, like I
Okay,
said,
it's clear, but the voice of Mazi Patrick is not very. It's like echoing. Also, I don't know if you're getting it.
okay, I don't know,
Okay,
it could
okay,
be.
okay. If it's okay, then let's go ahead.
Yes, because I got a signal that from my end that there are no issues. So I just
Okay, okay,
okay. Somebody have
okay.
also commented. Anna Michael said that my voice is very clear. So, but what is important is for our viewers, as long as our viewers can get us audibly and clearly, I think we are good to go. Mazi, good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mazi. Um, just give me a minute. Let me be able to fix my picture and this thing. Then we can go.
Okay,
Okay.
you can as well log out and come back when that is done. Thank you very much. Dear friends, I want to say while we wait for Mazi Chinasa Nworu to take care of certain technical issues, I would want us to have a look at the time that we live in. We have in recent time been experiencing some sort of security issues in Biafra land. Is also going to be form part of our discourse this evening, and we are going to discuss the 30th May that is coming, which Mazi Chinasa Nworu have also promised to be back in a week time for us to be able to talk more in deeper details of the 30th of May because he feels he has the obligation to reinforce that sense of understanding and belief in our people on the need to be participant in this 30th of May 2026, sorry, because it is very, very important for the movement and it is very, very important for the struggle that we show participation this year to send a clear message that we are still available, that we are still here, that we are still formidable, that we are not going back and we are not giving up. So the 30th of May 2026 celebration is a very, very important occasion for us to prove to the world that the Biafra struggle is still intact and we are still on course because just like we've always done it as a ceremony and as a ritual and tradition, we cannot afford to fail, especially for our people, for our heroes who came before us, who put their life on the line, who made the ultimate sacrifice, who made that ultimate sacrifice to see that all of us today are alive. And I believe that the more we sustain this occasion, the easier it is for Biafra to be restored. And I can guarantee that our effort will not be in vain. And that is why it is very, very important that principal officers of IPOB come in this period to reassure our people that they are still on course because their reassurance will go a long way in building confidence in our people and also energizing and motivating our people in their continuation. I don't know if that the issue have been taken care of, if I have been taken care of, I want Mazi Chinasa Nworu to be brought forward so that we can proceed with this conversation. Mazi, please unmute yourself. Let us continue. I'm getting clear signal that my voice is okay, and I think that is just all I need to know from. That is all I need to know from our viewers and our listeners. We are live on all platforms. Like I said, we are live on Radio Biafra. We are live on BTV Europe. We are live on Rapture Media. We are live on X, and we are also live on my Telegram Live. And I believe that a lot of our people are following us on X and on Telegram. And as you follow us, don't be selfish in sharing. Make sure that you share this program. Make sure you tag your friends so that everybody will participate in this program as we unload what we have come to deliver to Biafrans this evening. Mazi, you're welcome back. And I can see the logo of the Directorate of State on the screen. Thank you very much for being here, Mazi. Uh, our usual tradition is introduction. I know that you don't need much introduction any longer, but you can still go ahead and talk to Biafrans in the regular protocol if you wish to do so.
Master Patrick, good evening. Wachineke. Thank you so much. The audio is cleared now, and I think I'm hearing you very clearly. Thank you so much for this wonderful program. Dear friends and all the lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Mazi Chinasa Nworu served the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. And this evening, like I promised, and don't forget, Mazi Chinasa Nworu comes from Obingwa. Obingwa is in Aba province. This evening, like I promised, on the 1st of May, that I will be coming on air to speak to our people. I am here today to continue from the last broadcast we made, even though it's going to be more of a discussional program. And I will be here also next coming week. The next Saturday, I will also be live on BTV. I will be live on this program until the 30th May. I will be coming, and other members of the DOS will be coming. And the HOD, the head of the Directorate of State, will also be coming here on the 30th May. The time has not yet been approved so that the circulation, but be assured that Mazi Chike Doziem will be coming on this particular program, Radio Biafra BTV, on 30th May. So tonight, I am here to continue from where we stopped on 1st May. I'm here to continue to inform our people our responsibilities during this period, this month of Biafran anniversary. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much, Maz. It's a pleasure to have you. When you look at the comment section, Biafran people are excited to hear your voice as usual. And knowing that you'll be coming back in a week time also gives them a kind of mental and moral boost to know that you will be regular in this period until 30th of May, when we will also be expecting the head of Directorate of State, Mazi Chike Doziem, to appear on our program, because we've seen people say, "Oh, where is Mazi Chike Doziem? Where is Mazi Chike Doziem?" People want to hear from him, but I know that our people will be glad to directly hear from him as he addresses them on the 30th of May, as promised. Mazi, I want to start with the first question of the day. How are we preparing for 30th of May 2026?
Thank you, Mazi Patrick. Thank you, Mazi. From the feedbacks we are getting from different coordinators, continental reps, we can see many countries now have secured their permit to protest, like we said on the 1st of May. Many countries have already started to release their flyers mentioning where they will be hosting the 30th May. United States was the first on the list that released their flyer. I have seen UK have also released, Italy, Japan, South Korea, I think Austria also. We are expecting many countries to send in their flyers for those who will be protesting. We are expecting them to send in their flyers so that it will be shared widely. We're also expecting those who are not going to protest, which is a tradition because IPOB are also in some countries where they don't allow people to protest, to march on the street. And we are also expecting them to do their normal indoors celebration, celebrating of the Biafran Heroes Day, especially countries in the Middle East, in some countries also in Africa who might not get permits, but they do find places they can be able to organize the 30th May anniversary. So we are expecting countries, the coordinators, like I said last time, we're expecting coordinators, continental reps, ask your coordinators to come on Radio Biafra on BTV and they speak to our people, tell them how you are preparing because we believe IPOB worldwide is going to issue this 30th May. What will happen on 30th May will be a kind of a solidarity statement, and it's a kind of a statement that people will know that IPOB is still standing firmly, irrespective of all the battles and the storms we are waging. It's going to tell people that IPOB, especially, the strength of this struggle is in the IPOB in diaspora. Also, IPOB at home, because on that particular day, there will be a total lockdown in Biafra land. And this evening, also, I want to use this opportunity to speak to coordinators, the Biafra land coordinator and her team, the state coordinators in Biafra land. They need to get in touch with the leadership of IPOB because we are handling some intelligence reports, security reports, because of the 29th candle night. So we need to make sure that our places are really, really intact because the enemies are planning to unleash havoc against our people. They are seriously planning and we are following their plans. And if there is a need for us to tell certain states where we found we cannot be able to control what will happen in that state, we will also inform them. But it's very, very important that a very high consultation clearance must be getting from the leadership. And I think before 30th May, or within this week, they are expected to get in touch with the leadership of IPOB and give a security report or what they want to do for the candle night because on 30th May, it will be a total lockdown. Then again, we are also expecting, because in this struggle, we have all religions who are supporters of this struggle, both traditionalists, both Christian, Christian bodies. We are also expecting them that some of them who might not, because there will be a total lockdown on 30th, which is Saturday. We're also expecting some of them to carry out prayers in the churches on Sunday over those who have died during this Biafra struggle. It is a responsibility. Every church, every Christian domination in Biafra land, even if you are not also in Biafra land, but you are a sympathizer of this struggle, you are a Biafran, and you have churches, there is nothing wrong on that. Put our people in prayers, those who have died, who have fought for the restoration of Biafra. Yes, we know we are still on the journey to restore Biafra, but people are paying huge sacrifice for this struggle. So we are expecting our people to come out en masse. Not only that, every coordinator, everybody should take this instruction very, very carefully. What we are doing on 30th of May We are celebrating the dead, those who have died for this struggle. There are pictures of our people who have died on this journey, from the Biafra land coordinators, some IPOB media journalists, IPOB family members, those who were mowed down. I think we have given that instruction, and some people are bringing up the pictures of some of our IPOB members who have sacrificed, lost their families during this period. So we are asking them on that day, the pictures we expect people to carry are pictures of the dead. We don't want you to join pictures of the living with the dead people. Mas Patrick, I think you understand what I mean in this particular. We need our coordinators, those who are coming out for protest, to understand this particular instruction.
Yeah,
We are
Mazi, I think
celebrating.
we have to elaborate more on that for a clearer understanding, so that we do not cause unnecessary controversy around it.
Yeah, what thing is very clear on this? 30th May is celebrating those who have sacrificed, who have died, not the living, not those who are living. We expect only the dead. You can't carry pictures of the dead and the pictures of the living at the same time. It is very, very important we adhere to this particular instruction, because this is what we are doing is also spiritual, and what we are doing is also, everything we are doing is to make sure we are in line with what we are doing. Because why I'm saying, people can misinterpret it, but it is a very clear message. We are celebrating the dead. So those who are not dead, their pictures, okay, even if they are missing, because we have people, they are missing, they are being adopted by the Nigerian military. Are you understanding me? And we are not yet 100%. When someone is declared missing, you can't declare him dead, because you don't know, he might be alive somewhere in detention. So that is why I'm talking about this. If people are giving out pictures, if people are releasing pictures, maybe said, my husband was kidnapped or was adopted by the Nigerian military on so time, on so date, but we have not seen him. They took him to Abuja. There is no need putting up his picture with the dead until it is automatically verified that this particular person is dead. That is how I want to make it more clear, because there are people still in detention. Yes, we know they are in detention and we know they are alive, but some people have assumed that they are dead. For this reason, we want to be very, very careful, so that we don't declare people who are living, do you understand me? We don't declare them dead while they are still alive. Is very, very important. That is the instruction on that particular one, because a lot of this commemoration is something we have to take serious. It is something we have um, uh, to gather the IPOB family back to what we are doing. Some people, it's always, you found this kind of scenario when things are not moving very well. There are people who backslide. There are people who feel like they have lost hope. But we are telling them this night that all hope is not lost. So we are expecting Biafrans, sympathizers of Biafrans, friends of Biafrans. If you are Igbo communities that are in the country where you reside, invite them. Let them be part of this. What we are fighting is not just only for ourselves, not only for IPOB members. We are fighting for our people. Over 3.5 million people were killed, and they continue killing them till date. So that is the people we are trying to remember. Ndewo Mazi.
Thank you very much. Like you said, it's important to elaborate on the issue of, the protocol that should be followed on the 30th of May in terms of display of pictures and signs. It's very, very important that our people get educated and enlightened and understand the purpose in which they are going on outing on the 30th of May. That is not just a jamboree. A lot of people will definitely engage in drinking and different kind of ceremonies, but it calls for a sober reflection. It calls for repositioning ourselves and repositioning the struggle. Using that period or that day as a day of self-reflection and looking into the future. Maze, I think that there is still more messages that need to be sent to our people in Biafra land, because that is even where the core issue of 30th of May is. Because I believe that while those in the diaspora are performing and also enlightening their host countries about the 1967 to 70 genocide and also recent events of the massacre of IPOB members in Biafra land in different locations. It is also very important that we share more light on Biafrans who are in the battlefield in Biafra land, who might, some might ignore the seat at home. Some might feel that the seat at home is no longer, because the battle that had been fought over seat at home. It's important that we re-educate our people that this seat at home of 30th of May is not like any other seat at home where people are mandated or forced or coerced. That if this is a voluntary seat at home, because nobody's going to go around the street chasing people to kill them because they are not sitting at home. But for them to have the understanding that 30th of May is sacrosanct and a day to be remembered for our people. Mazi, considering the kind of controversy sit at home have caused in these past few years, Mazi Chinasa.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. Patrick. Mazi Patrick. I mean, since 2016, I can remember, apart from the sit at home of 2016, which witnessed a bloodshed in the hands, that is an Mpo, when our people were massacred. After that, every sit at home IPOB calls in Biafra land, our people do obey it 100%. But the enemies always like to find a way to disorganize, to cause confusion anytime we gave out this order. Every Biafran supposed to know this is not a sit at home it is for everyone. Somebody draw my attention, because as we're on the air, this commemoration, it is remembering, or honoring people, group of people, who sacrifice through prayers, memories, anniversary, or special events, especially when we are talking about this thing. Remember, they are victims of war. The people we are commemorating, they are victims of war. Genocide were committed. There is always like a church service. Since we do not have the opportunity to carry out a national commemoration day for our victims, that is why we are setting up this sit at home. And we are expecting everybody by Friday, 29th. Everybody should get ever what you want to get on that day for the weekend. I mean, this is not the first time we are doing this. We are not expecting people to be on the road, because on that day, the Nigerian government will also try to push the people. They will want to attack people to say that the sit at home was bloody. If you check our last year, couple of years back, the sit at home have always been very peaceful. Apart from this Monday sit at home that, the enemies hijacked. Presently, the leadership have informed the governors of the region, in the region, traditional rulers, transport workers, they have been informed. There is no excuse why somebody will say on that 30th May that they will be on the road. Because you don't have to move from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. We don't supposed to even say these things from every time, because everybody's supposed to know this is the tradition until Biafra is restored. So we advise our people, everybody must sit at home on that day, because IPOB will not be held responsible. If anything happens to anyone, IPOB, Eastern Security, will never be held responsible for whatever will happen on that day. It is for your security. That is why we ask people to sit at home. Sometimes people do bring advice. They said, don't sit at home. Tell people to put ribbons on their shirt, white ribbon, black ribbon, all these kind of things. In Nigeria, is that where people will put up a ribbon, a Biafran ribbon, so that they will be adopted very easily, disappeared? So we are not encouraging anybody to come out. There will be no program, no church program, no business program, no football playing ground. Nobody is expected to be on the road from 6 p.m. Don't say, let us play football in our near our yard. Let us play this thing. That is a day of sober reflection. Prayer for the victims of Biafran civil war and those who are agitating for Biafra restoration. So, Mazi, that is exactly what they have to know. That is what our people in Biafra land are supposed to know. The coordinators, the IPOB members, they are expected to continue to, spread this gospel in the marketplaces, in business areas, and I don't think there will be any problem. Once again, IPOB, the Biafran project will the world will understand that, yes, that whatever we have said, that we are in charge of Biafra land, through this 30th May, they will now understand more that indigenous people of Biafra, under the leadership of this Directorate of State now, controls Biafra land. That is one thing people have to know. Ndewo Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think that had been cleared, considering the fact that sit at home has been a controversial issue in recent time. How infiltrators try to hijack and mesmerize it, and but this 30th May sit at home is an exceptional one and is a special one to our people. There is something you said as regards to informing government agencies, and that is a question that had been on my mind. Are you saying that all the government agencies, banks, and schools are aware, they have all been informed about 30th May? Is that is it a reaffirmation of that certainty that they are all aware of 30th of May?
Yeah, yes, Mazi. It's also, we do respect them. Sometimes people think the IPOB, we don't respect our political leaders, or we don't try to recognize their position. We do agree they are also having their roles they are playing, irrespective that we are fighting for freedom. There is a governor. Biafra land is still under the hands of the Nigerian government. There are governors. There are, as in the Igbo adage, one Igbo adage says, "Ugubo nkwanye nkwanye, nwanyi ji mụọ ibe ya." We do these things every year. This year, we didn't write to WAEC because this exam, I think there was no examination on that Saturday. Do you understand me? For that reason, we didn't write to WAEC, because we normally write to WAEC, tell them not to fix exams on our 30th May. But I can tell you the leadership have sent out the official letters to these governors, traditional rulers. They have sent it out. They have a means they used to send out those things to inform them that on 30th May, with all due respect, we expect both the government workers, the civil servant, whatever they are doing, because some of them that day they will tell you they are putting convocation, they are putting this, they just trying to disrupt what we are doing. So thank God they don't have much reason to say they are going to work because it's a Saturday. You understand me? It is a Saturday already. So some of them may want to put up some program, political rallies, all these kind of things, just to twat the plan so that the Nigerian medias will come up to tell you it was not 100%. It was not 100% order. People refused, didn't obey what IPOB said. So I think they are all in a better position to understand where we are coming from. That the commemoration of our fallen heroes is non-negotiable. Since they cannot be doing it, it is IPOB who have started this, and we will continue to do it until Biafra is restored.
Thank you, Maz. And I also think that the Biafran political class also owe it to our heroes, to because they are even supposed to be championing, like you said, but for the fact that they haven't met up to that obligation, and they are being reminded, I think they also owe it to our heroes to respect that day as a day of recognition of the sacrifices made in the past, so that we don't make it political. It has nothing to do with politics. Thank you, Mazi Chinasa Nworu, for that. I want us to shift a little bit from the discussion of the seat at home, and because the seat at home also carries its own security implications, like you said earlier on. So we want to go
Ma-
into
Ma-
the yes,
Mazi, can I come in? Your
yes, go
voice
ahead.
is cracking again. I don't
Okay.
know what is wrong. I don't know if I have to reconnect, but it's cracking. Can I reconnect?
Okay, if you have to reconnect, you go out and come back again. Let's see
Okay.
if
Okay.
you yes, so like I was
Okay.
saying, that the Igbo and the Biafran political class also own it as an obligation to recognize 30th of May as a day to honor our heroes, because they owe it as an obligation as well to remember our heroes on that day. So it's not just an IPOB, and it shouldn't be an IPOB thing, and it should not be politicized. It should not be politicized. It should not be used for politics. 30th of May should not be used as politics. So for me, it's important that the political office holders in our land, in Biafra land, all over Biafra land, understand that they owe it as a duty to remember our fallen heroes on the 30th of May. Nobody should, they are not even supposed to be getting letters. They are not supposed to be written. They are not supposed to be informed. They are supposed to be in the front line of this remembrance. Mazi Chinasa Nworu, you're welcome back again to the program. Let's talk about security in Biafra land. We've seen what happened in Futo where a few days ago, and the shooting that took place there. A lot of people are attributing it to Fulani herdsmen. But when you look at that event, normally the Fulani herdsmen move in the bush and they carry the cow. So how do we relate what happened in Futo Owerri to Fulani herdsmen? How do we reconcile such a report?
Mazi, what happened? Am I coming out clear?
Yes, 100%.
What happened in Owerri and what will continue to happen in Owerri? Um, it's not only Fulani herdsmen. The Nigerian Boko Haram military, those repented Boko Haram, who have specialized in kidnapping in the northern part of Nigeria, and most of them have been sent to Biafra land of recent, they are also part of what is happening in Owerri. The military is part of what is happening in Owerri. You know, um, around those Obinze axes, all those areas going to Ngokwala, there are places the Fulanis are keeping cows. And towards evening time, I'm sure either some top military officers who are, what used to happen is that when some of these top military officers who are Fulanis, who are coming from the north, some of them, when they are posted out from the north to the east, maybe some of them have like 1,000 cows, they have all these kind of things. They will move those cows down to the east. They will move their cows, their personal cows, down to the east because they hope to sell them, grazing. Wherever they post them, the military, most of the Fulani militaries, they do control cows. So what is happening in Owerri is most of those cows, that is why every evening in those axes, especially in Imo State, you will see the military will come close to where those people are keeping the cows. The military will park their van there from like 5 in the evening. It's a kind of, the military officers send their men to go to protect those people. Within this period, they bring in their cars, which they will leave by tomorrow morning. Within this period, they are working in conjunction, in collaboration with all these Fulani herdsmen. The military, they're working. That is when most of these kidnapping issues do happen. They hand them guns, they move in to go and bring in people and start negotiating. The military are involved. What is happening presently in Owerri? The military are involved. This is what they have been doing. They were doing it in Olo, all these things. The military, they were doing all sorts of things. They import people. Now, they have nobody to kill in Olo any longer. One thing is this. Sometimes, yes, some people may say it is wrong if we say this kind of things. But sometimes our people also need to learn in a hard way. Because you come on social media, you see people from Imo State. For the past, not only from Imo State, those who are against IPOB, who are against what IPOB is championing for, you see them coming up and claiming that Fulani herdsmen have never disturbed anybody in Imo State. You see them, they boast about it. They talk about it as if they will tell you it is an IPOB propaganda that Fulanis don't disturb because everybody is living at peace. Because everywhere is at peace, they don't know. And I can tell you, Mazi, you see what is happening from that area. I can tell you something because of sabotage, the ESN command in that axis, who have been protecting that axis, have been moved. I can tell you that for the past 1 month, do you understand me? In that axis that controls the Ngokwala, controls why all those things have not been happening, they have been reassigned to another place because of sabotage, because of certain things that happened. And the moment they have been moved out, you can see what is happening in that place. Mas, I can tell you one thing. I can tell you for the past 5 years since ESN was launched, the Fulani herdsmen do not fear any security apparatus in Nigeria, from the military to the police to the forest guard. They only fear the Eastern Security Network. They don't fear anybody because they are in the military. They are in the police. Their people are in the DSS. It is only Eastern Security Network that they don't have any access. It is not being controlled by the federal government or state government. That is why when they know that whenever Eastern Security Network meets them in the bushes, they will never escape. So if you watch out, not only in Imo State, watch out what is happening also in River State. I think you can see before now in River State also, you see the Fulani herdsmen. They are also disturbing in River State. Can Asari Dokubo come out in public and say he's fighting Fulani herdsmen? Can he ever say that? They cannot. Can Tompolo come out and say he's fighting Fulani herdsmen? They cannot. And they cannot even dare to fight them. You come to Enugu, everybody have seen. Are they ready to fight Fulani herdsmen? No. If they are ready to fight Fulani herdsmen, they formed a forest guard. Peter Mba say he formed a forest guard. And this forest guard, the commander of forest guard in Enugu, is a Yoruba man. A Yoruba man. Peter Mba is recruiting a Yoruba man to head forest guard in Enugu to be able to chase Fulani herdsmen. Mazi, is it possible? A Yoruba man that the Fulanis are causing havoc, wreaking havoc in their own region. So Peter Mba could not find anybody in the whole of Southeast who can help to fight. Since the forest guard, you see them, they were doing some drama. Last time they are marching, making, this is, the Arabic people call it harakat. They doing those things for what?
But Mazi
What are they
Chinasa, can
doing
I
it?
ask you, the Forest Guard, is it a federal government agency or a state instituted authority?
Mazi, in the Southeast, see, every state, wherever they see the Eastern Security Network is operating, is doing a very good job. You remember when Eastern Security Network was formed, Dave Omahi they come up with Ebubago. The Ebubago formed in Ebonyi State. That was where, do you understand me, with his senior brother, gradually the Ebubago moved to Imo State. It could not take a very strong hold in Anambra. Do you understand me? They tried to change its name. But people still call them Ebubago. Now, in Enugu, sometimes when they watch the steps, what Ebubago were doing, the horrific things they were doing, some people, they recruit. Sometimes we say, no, we don't want to answer that Ebubago because they are doing something, you understanding me, that are not fine. So a state governor may decide to change them name. Just like Soludo, he called Udogache, you understanding me, are they really bringing peace? He called Anambra Vigilante. Are they really doing what they're supposed to do? This is where every state governor is trying to run away. Do you understand me? From a group that have already unleashed havoc. If they are doing well, they will replicate it in the whole of Southeast. But it's only Eastern Security Network. So in Enugu, Forest Guard, I don't think it is not a national, but you will hear in the north. You remember when they want to bring some northern hunters to come to, they say they want to set up northerners hunters in our place. So these are based on how the governor perceives the people he can use, whom to impress, whom he want to. So forest guard for him, he says to protect the farmers. But are they protecting the farmers? Are they really protecting the farmers? Can any community in Enugu State comes out and said the forest guard in Enugu State are protecting we farmers?
Mazi Chinasa, do you know why I put that question across? Because you see, I don't want us to like tribalize the issue of security. Because if the Yoruba person who is made the head of the forest guard is competent and doing his job, I don't think that the issue of where he comes from would arise. Or do we disagree that it has to be an Igbo person? Or we should be talking about competence, or the concerns that are being raised about where he's coming from. Is it because of the lack of competence or possibly compromise of security? Let's see if Mazi Chinasa will be back. He's out of the system. I don't know if he's having some technical issues, and I hope that he will be back. Like I said earlier, uh, we because we don't want a situation where we would be pointing at we'll be making reference to ethnicity when it comes to the issue of security in our land, but the competence does the person who is chosen, even if he's a British or he's an European, to head the forest guard, considering how the forest guard is doing their work in Enugu, uh, should we be concerned about where this person come from or the competence of this security outfit? Mazi Chinasa, are you there?
Mazi, can you hear me now? I
Yes,
couldn't hear you
100%.
all
Go
the
ahead.
time.
Go ahead.
No, I did not hear you all the time because I logged out and
Yes, I
returned
know
back.
you love. I
So
know
can
you
you
love.
repeat the question?
Yeah, the question
Yes.
I'm putting across is that I wouldn't want us to tribalize the issue of who heads the forest guard in Enugu, but looking at the competence of the job they are doing. So the concern about where the head of forest guard in Enugu, does the concern come from his tribe or is coming from the competence of what the forest guard is doing in Enugu?
Okay, Mazi, thank you so much. Mazi, in the Nigerian setup, in the Nigerian security setup, the records are there. Are you understanding me? The records are there that most times competence, do you understand me, does not really, because Nigeria is structured in a way that um, when the southeast is bleeding, it is to the benefit of the north and the Yorubas. You understand me? That is how Nigeria is structured. Now, there is no way, irrespective of how competent the Yoruba man is, do you understand me? He will not handle the issue of the Fulani herdsmen like when the owners of the land are handling it. He will politicize it. Reasons. He's a Yoruba man. There are certain things he will not do because he will feel some people may, do you understand, they may report him. And beside, he's a former commissioner of police. Tell me the state where former of these commissioners of police. Tell me which state the commissioners of police in Nigeria have done a great job. Tell me. Mazi, let me tell you something. In in this region where we are, countries that have passed through certain things, there are some mistakes you don't do. For example, a country like Kuwait, when they fought the war, after the war, they found out a loophole in those who married foreign wives, who have foreign, do you understand me? Foreign wives, who have people who are not their own people. There is always a loophole. You understand me? I normally say these things on this program. I said, if Biafra comes, if your parents are not 100% Biafrans, you might not work in the Ministry of Interior of the indigenous people. Do you understand me? It is very, very important. All the sabotage you hear around the world, these are the loopholes. Mazi, you can't tell me that a Yoruba man, and one of the problems we're having, if you see some argument, is that I am married to a Yoruba. How can you divide Nigeria? If you divide Nigeria, where will I belong? My father is in the north. How can I? You understand me? This kind of sympathetic argument is something our people normally use. Trying to tell us we don't need to have our own nation. Now, when it comes to interior matters, Mazi, it is not about competence. It is about patriotism. It is about being patriotic. It is about survival and preservation of your people. Do you understand me? So the Yoruba man can be competent in what he's doing, but the issue we are dealing in Biafra land needs people that will understand our side of the story. That the Fulanis, if you come to Enugu Mazi, do you know that many of our ladies in Ozonwane, Enugu, in most of those places in Soka, they are now married to Fulanis. Are you understanding me? They are married to Fulanis. Their children are now speaking Igbos, living among ourselves. Mazi, this kind of people, when they grow up, they are a danger to any country, do you understand me, that is trying to fight for their survival. They will be saying, my father is Fulani, my mother is Igbo. If you walk towards these people, if you walk through these people, Mazi, this is the kind of people deep cell. Do you understand me? A sleeper cell.
Yeah,
This
Mazi,
is
you're
where
right.
they build them.
Because there is a young man that came on social media recently with shouting at the top of his lungs that he has been fighting against Fulani, but recently that the mother told him that his father is actually Fulani. But that is
Thank you.
another point that we are also going to look at. You know, why I ask you the issue of competence and the issue of tribalizing internal security is for us to have a clear picture. Because when you talk about Yoruba man, many people might not be able to get the clear,
Exactly.
so that is why
Exactly.
I came with
Yeah.
the question, so that we'll be able to have a clear, concept of this discussion, that it is not about tribalism, but
It's
it
not
is also,
tribalism.
yeah, that it is also about somebody who understands the terrain, because somebody who comes from outside might not understand the terrain, might not understand the geography of
The
Enugu State.
danger,
So
the
you
danger that
so you
lies
need
ahead.
yeah, so you need an indigenous person who understand the terrain, who understand the geography of his state to manage and handle security effectively. So it's important that, and that is the reason, because this platform is international. We are reaching out to the global community. So it's important that when we make certain discussions, we point more light for clarification so that it doesn't sound tribalistic or
Yes. Yes.
so for me, it's important that we clear some of these issues. Now, Mazi, let's see how we can shift a little bit into the politics of Biafra land. We have seen political activities going on as well in Biafra land. Come 2027 election, we've seen threats from certain quarters to the life of our people. And I would have loved that our technical director pull up a video of the Afenifere. I don't know if he's an Afenifere representative or if he's a Yoruba person threatening, genocide against Ndi Igbo and Biafrans if Tinubu loses 2027 election. Let's see.
Let us do voting based on content of policy, content of governance. Voting to just put somebody there, Mr. President, Your Excellency, GCFR, MFR, CFR, everything is just doing damage to society. But this time now, we cannot recover from it. Somebody has to come up to say enough is enough.
If I get you right, Doc, what you're saying is that regardless of whatever tickets the opposition throws up and they go up against the incumbent government, even if they win, we should not expect any substantial or remarkable difference.
In fact, it will cause the greatest damage to the polity because it's not, I mean, let's do raw. I don't sugarcoat it. It's assumed what we have now is the turn of the South. Turn of the South, turn of the Southwest. If Obi and Kwaso had to come in and obliterate the Southern second term, the war between the Yorubas and the Igbos will go to the nearest, to the highest level. That, the Igbos connive with the North to cut out Tinubu. But Tinubu is not performing. No saying Yoruba person will defend Tinubu. But this time next year, if it happens, we will be playing with Rwanda between the Igbos and the Yorubas. That the Igbos will machinate, will make effort to uproot what is so-called Yoruba price. It's not deserving, it's not worthy, but in the streets, people should think about the implications of it. And I'm worried about what will happen if an Obi gets northern support and cuts out Tinubu for a second term, which Yorubas wrongly, not meritorily believe is their turn. Something will have to happen next year. I don't want to think about it, but then whatever you sow, you reap.
So let's interrogate this because it's a very delicate but very interesting.
It's a fact.
It's a very interesting conversation we must have to educate the people. Part of what the media does is to enlighten, inform the people, because there are millions out there who are not informed.
Yeah.
And who are swayed essentially by emotions, raw emotions, sentiments.
Yeah.
Sir, and I'm glad that both of us are from the same part of this country.
Yeah.
In fact, more or less, you are from the part where my mother comes from.
Yeah.
So I'm half of you. Sir, how can the Yorubas, in all good conscience, claim that the presidency should come to them? Because in this Fourth Republic, 27 years, we have had a Yoruba president for 8 years.
Certainly.
We have had a Yoruba vice president for 8 years. Now we now have a Yoruba president again, doing almost four years now. Whereas in these 27 years, an Igbo man has never even been vice president, let alone president. I don't even want to go back. That when was the last time an Igbo person even held president, whatever? So my question, sir, what right, legally speaking, does the Yoruba have to be saying somebody kick them out and did whatever? Can you speak to this, sir?
On merit, APC government offshoot of Buhari, which Tinubu has accepted, as around the country aground. If we are sincere, we focus on policy and governance. But since we have everything in Nigeria is about raw emotions, I can understand how a Yoruba person who is not schooled will say, an Igbo man stopped whatever. Awolowo will not become premier. They will go back to 1959. Awolowo offered to the Igbos to be Minister of Finance. Igbos refused. Michael Kwara even said he would regret till his dying days for advising Zeke not to form coalition with Awolowo. We have to go back to that history. So, if Zeke refused Awolowo offer those days, and we are now in 2027, it takes an Obi to knock out, without premise, the entitlement of Yorubas to second term of presidency. It's a dangerous thing. I don't believe in it. That's why many of us will converse, Mr. President Tinubu, one term is enough. Live honorably, live with your prestige intact. Restructure Nigeria. I've said so on Arise News, where your sister station. October 1 is a good time.
You've said so here even.
October 1 is a good time. Give us a new structure where we focus on governance, we focus on policy, focus on power,
development,
focus on education, focus on road network, focus on security,
healthcare.
But if you continue this way, people be keep talking about primordial sentiments, and some Yorubas would like to go to Igbo of this world. We say, you are disgracing Tinubu by cutting from second term. We're never going to take it. Now, the Igbo is not getting 1 penny from whoever. We're not getting 1 penny from Tinubu now. But I'm speaking to the people out there. Let's prevail on Tinubu. The solution to our problem now, to bring temperature down, is for him to agree to stay. It's not very easy. Let him do Mandela card. And from now up till October 1, we have the blueprint to restructure Nigeria into modules, so that we don't fight to finish, to take over Abuja and be borrowing money and be awarding 16 trillion naira contracts, because people have to be jealous. Igbos want to award their own contract for 50 trillion too. They have right to do it. If the North has done it, Fulani have done it, Yorubas have done it, Igbos have right too. And they will do everything to ensure that they have that right, unless they are no longer Nigerian citizens. That's the truth. Let's just open it up properly to appeal to President. In my own little reasoned opinion, the statesmanship situation now, Mr. Tinubu, you have amassed all the arsenal of Nigerian states into yourself. Now it's time to say, what is in it? What is in it? God has blessed you. What is in it? Put the process in motion now. We can get it done. October 1, new constitution. The next election will be modular. Will be 6 zones, not one president again. Let Yoruba go and fight among themselves in Yoruba land. Let the both go and do the same. So that the presidency will be ceremonial head of state. But once you are still having this power, ultimate power, the consequences will be very grave for Nigeria.
Doc, I'm sure one thing you and I can agree on, and a few Nigerians out there who are informed, is that it's obvious now that the president will not take this advice.
No.
The horse has bolted already from
No, you can know. In all honesty, human beings, if he has the chance to listen to this channel, there's time for human beings to reflect. The prodigal son came to a point in the Bible. I'm a Christian. I know he's a Muslim. His wife will talk to him. Prodigal son came to a point where he said, look, I better just do 180 degrees course. It is not late for this message to get to him, that the damage he will do to Nigeria, to subdue and make sure the Igbo don't have a chance in this time, the effect will be so much. And if he wins, problem. If he loses, problem. Better to set up the stage.
Okay, sir.
And if Obi also comes at number 1 ticket, it means the Igbos have come. And they'll be ruthless with their power, because for the first time, they'll be hungry for this power. And they can do anything. And I will support them. If they like to bring everybody from wherever to occupy positions, we have no mouth to talk. When they come, I will keep my mouth shut at that time. So, North versus South is a fact. If the North prevails and knock out Tinubu out, all the South will unite to say we have been let down, and the North is in control. And if we now come to the South, the Igbos happen to browbeat Tinubu and knock him out, Yoruba Igbo problem will emerge again in a ferocious manner. I can imagine it.
Yes. So that was a clip that we anticipated, and it's a very, very interesting one here. I don't know if Mazi Chinasa Nworu is there to take my question. Mazi, we've listened to the clip, and the clip started with threat until we started to understand the point that I don't even know his name, that the man was trying to make. How do you look at the entire concept and the kind of picture he tries to draw here, Mazi?
Mazi, am I coming out clear?
100%. Go ahead.
Mazi, this is a deceptive diplomatic way of, you know, telling the public the intentions and underground plans of a people. Why did I say so? You know, in Nigeria, and politicians, they rule by fear. First, he have dropped the bombshell. Forget about every other thing he has said. Is to be able to balance whatever he is saying. You know, telling you the time he's also expressing their fears. If an Igbo man gets to power, what he will do, it will be like of a revenge of something they have done to the Igbos. This is fear. This is fear he's creating for their people. Because since Nigerian independence, there have not been, and after the Civil War, no, say 50 something years today, no Igbo man. And they knew very well what they have done to the Igbos. So he's also trying to tell their people that if these people take up power, what they will do, of course, he will tell you, I cannot talk, I will support them. What do you want him to say? Is he going to say, I'm going to fight them? Who will say, the way Tinubu fixed people in the government? We will come for a radical change. They know. But one thing he is saying, and I totally agree with him, is if Peter Obi and the Kwankwaso comes together, automatically Tinubu will lose in the north. And in the southeast, I doubt what he can be able to do. And part of the west. That is why they are pushing for insecurity. They want to cause problem in the southeast. That is why you see them. What is happening in southeast that they are pushing military, repented Boko Harams. And I'm telling every Biafran who cares to know, Enugu is a hot spot. Abia State is a hot spot. Imo State is a hot spot for all this coming election. These three states, these are hot spots. River State also is a hot spot for what is going in these 3 or 4 states. Mazi, if our people are not careful, I'm not talking about Enugu, because Enugu already Fulani herdsmen is coming from that angle. Do you understand me? I'm talking about where they will like to disorganize. Mazi, what he is saying is a clear, he has passed the message, but how many of our people will listen to that? Will take that advice serious? This is a genocidal threat, Mazi. It's a genocidal threat. If we say that the Yorubas are intelligent, they are educated, right? But at the same time, he's telling us that the people who don't understand something, emotions on the street, that means the people on the street will overpower all the educated people in Yoruba. They won't be able to talk to their people that it is the right thing. He agrees that Tinubu is not doing anything. That's why I said these are deceptive diplomatic languages. He agreed. He can't defend Tinubu. But you see how the Nigerian politics works? Which country can progress in this nature? Mazi, tell me if there is a country that will progress. They agree that Tinubu is doing nothing. But they are talking because my turn, because of their turn, they are ready to do anything. They don't care. So one thing our people have to put in mind is from now to 2027, many businesses, markets will be set on fire in Lagos. Our people will lose their real estate businesses. Most of them will lose their homes. When IPOB exposed these things, the government, they will tune down. You understanding me? They try to play it down to try to tell the world that it is not happening. That is what they are doing. You remember when they were going, you remember what happened in 25th December, the Nigerian insurance in CMS, what happened? Mazi, do you know how many people died in that place? Even foreigners. They are paying. They are paying. Many people died in that building. They set it on fire. Many markets set on fire. You see these days, they don't want that news to be making around, going viral on social media, because it's giving a very wrong image, on what they are doing. So they try to tone it down. But the time is coming, you can't stop it. Is that the way we are going to live? And now they have seen our people. You see, real estate businesses is booming up in our places. Our people are coming down. They are not comfortable with it. And that is why they want to start insecurity in our place. Mazi, our Igbo people don't understand what is happening to them in Nigeria. They don't understand it. Mazi, the way we are being hated in Nigeria, can Igbo people keep silent? Somebody like Tompolo will be given a security contract covering almost the whole Niger Delta, both in Abia. Him and Asari Dokubo will be allowed. Igbo people will allow Asari Dokubo, Tompolo, to be well armed. Do you understand me? When we are talking issues like this, when jihadists are coming into our land, when jihadists are killing people, but our Igbo people prefer to allow Asari Dokubo, an Islamist, to be in possession of arms. Nigeria government gave him the approval. Tompolo, they give him the approval. We are being surrounded by people with armed from the coastal region. We are being pursued from the north. Nobody cares about disarming these people. And the only Eastern security network we have in our region that are even trying to fight off these jihadists coming from the north, they are fighting them. They are fighting them day and night. Mazi, what this man just said is like onye mara aso ya suo n'ipe, onye na amaghị aso ya subiri apata, because he have given you a kind of an expo of what is about to come. That is what he just gave people an expo what is about to come. For him to say these things, these are discussions that have gone on in many palaces in the Yoruba land. You remember during election, those who will not vote Tinubu will be pushed inside the ocean, Atlantic Ocean. If not that we raise up and they make sure we screamed and shout before they tune it down. But nobody, none of them was being questioned. Mazi, there is problem until Igbo people understand that we cannot be developing places without having a backbone security, people who will be protecting what you have. And the Eastern Security Network and IPOB is standing in the gap with no support from any one of them. Many of them, things happen to them. They can't talk, they can't speak, unless if only IPOB picks up the matter. Nobody can talk. So, Mazi, what this man have said is a serious issue that Biafrans and Igbos should take very, very serious. This audio is supposed to be cutted out, spread it, played it on Radio Biafra on many occasions for our people to understand what is coming. Because they believe, you remember when Buhari came out and said that the blood of babus and this thing will, if he don't get presidency. You see how many people that were killed? Anybody persecuted him? No. He became the president. So the same ideology that Tinubu has. He know that he will kill to make sure he remain in power. They are not empowered to develop. They are not empowered to do anything. And we heard what he said about coming on 1st October to restructure Nigeria, put in 6 zones, and all these people, maybe they are looking a way out. They are now talking about regional police. Mazi, we are watching them. It's our duty to study all these things and know how serious they are. But I think one thing IPOB must do, and all the same, those who want the restoration of Biafra, is to make sure that we continue to push Nigeria. They will continue to make political mistakes. They will continue to get it wrong. Those things will facilitate the division of Nigeria. I am happy today that IPOB, through the awareness campaign, we have taught the Northerners, the Hausas, to learn how to stand up for themselves. And we will continue to support them. They must learn how to stand up against the Fulani oligarchy, the Sokoto Caliphate. Because if you keep silent, this is sometimes, on social media, people don't understand why we push those awareness programs. You say, leave them and talk about yourself. No, that is our offensive. It's our duty to educate those people, because if those people can rise up against them, it becomes a buffer zone for Biafra land. Because they can be able to wage the Fulanis while our place will be in peace. But our people don't understand all these things. Educate the people to rise up for themselves. Support them, irrespective of what the Middle Belterners have done to us. That is why IPOB took up the issue of the Christian genocide. We took it up. And today, most of them are rising to defend, because if they don't defend, they cross over to our place, they can even join the Fulanis. They can join them to even launch attacks against us. When it comes to war, they are not looking at your religion. They are not looking at it. They will find out something they will use to massacre you people. Our people should understand all these things. That when people are being hated, anything can be used to massacre them. Anything. Like what the man is saying, he's already afraid. Everybody is afraid that if an Igbo man becomes the president, they are already envisioning what he might do. They are already putting in their mind that he will come for revenge. Revenge of what? If they have not done anything wrong, they won't be talking about revenge. So they are already creating the atmosphere of fear around their people. Like what they did during the Civil War, that the Igbos want to dominate the people from the Bayelsa, the Ijaws. The Igbos want to dominate. The Igbos want to take Edo State. The Igbos want to take this place. This fear now is what they are trying to sell to the public. But they made a mistake. IPOB is here. It is our duty to educate both our people and Nigerians. That is why we tell our people, we want our people to be very, very on high alert on things happening in Nigeria. When you trade, you do your trading, you go for your businesses, even in your business premises, don't only go there when you have time, discuss politics, things that affect me and you. You don't finish from the market, you go to the beer parlor to drink and they shout and do you understand me? Discuss politics. You go back to your family houses, discuss politics. The time you bring out and pray for 1 hour, for 2 hours, very early in the morning, very evening, when you go out to the marketplaces, when there are no businesses, use that opportunity, educate people on politics. Be real. Be honest. Engage in genuine conversation. Don't only just, do you understand me? This man have said, no, everybody have a telephone in his hand. You can research by yourself. Mazi, that is the only way we are going to defeat these people. He spoke about emotions, and that is how Nigerians work. Nigerians are emotional beings. And that is what we are facing also in this struggle today. Emotions have blindfolded many of our people. They are not objectives in their argument, forgetting that we are fighting for freedom. Anybody can fall tomorrow. When that person falls, is it going to stop the restoration of Biafra? There are people who have died in this struggle. Is it stopping the restoration of Biafra? No. So it is very important that what this man said, that our people should take it serious. All our media personnel, those who come on social media, this is a point that they're supposed to discuss about. Draw the attention of our people. Do not neglect this. These are threats. These are real threats. You don't expect him to come out and say, if Tinubu lose, we are going to do like this, we are going to do like that.
But he has,
You don't expect.
but he has said it already. How do you
That's
want
what
him
I'm
to say
saying.
it?
So he has passed the message. He has passed the message. And people will say, he won't do anything. Forget that thing he's saying. When it is happening, we were here last December, people, 2 brothers, 3 brothers, they died where they were. The earlier our people understand that the way they are being hated in Nigeria, they are people
But
that can never.
Mazi, let's even look at 2023 election. The loss, the Tinubu losing Lagos to Peter Obi, the kind of uh, the kind of damage it brought to Igbo properties alone, just that it lost, So
Yes,
yes, so when you look at what happened in 2023, despite the fact that Tinubu ended up as the president, but that loss in Lagos was never forgiven and had not been forgiven up to today.
till death, till death, till death. And imagine when he lose the presidency, his second term, his second tenure, what do you think will happen? They will go on the street. And he said the Yorubas will never forgive the Igbos. Said they will never. He's reminding us of Awolowo. They have been president 8 years, 4 years, and nobody from the southeast have been a president. Knowing quite well that after that, it goes to the north. Later on, they will tell you it is politics. Politics is a game of numbers. You understanding me? They will tell you it is politics. I'm not leaving it for this person, it is for the south.
So, Mazi, the question I'm asking is this kind of is this sort of entitlement mentality?
It is. It is. The way Nigeria is structured is entitlement mentality. It is their turn, and there is nothing you can do about it. The first one, he say it's a miracle, right? It is my turn. That was the first one. It is now that he is contesting. The first one was his turn. This is the time he is contesting. It's exactly how you describe it. That is entitlement mentality. They not believe that power is for them. They are to rule. The Yorubas believe that is to share the power between the north and the south. And when you talk about the south, you see the clause, the north and the south. When you come to the south, they tell you it is their own. Mazi, we forgot that Tinubu just finished. We forgot that Buhari just finished. Knowing quite well that Obasanjo has finished his term. Where did the power supposed to go? It's supposed to go to the southeast, if really. Since they say Jonathan is south. Why won't it go to the southeast? Why? So these are realities. Our people should learn how to be, understand that Nigeria will never work for us. The only solution is a peaceful dissolution of Nigeria through a referendum. through a referendum. That is the only solution, Mazi. Ndewo.
Now, let us look at his proposal for a regional government. Um, and he said that by October that there is a proposal for regional government. Do you think that Tinubu could, out of pressure or fear of losing 2027, decide to adopt this regional government proposal? Maybe out of fear of maybe haven't
Yes,
understood
yes,
that he might be losing in 2027,
yes.
decide to now say, okay, instead of me to lose, let every region go autonomy. Do you think there is a possibility in that direction?
Mazi, they said you can't found a man's mind through construction of his face. The Nigerian politics is very dirty. The Nigerian politics, you know why we don't interfere so much? For us fighting for freedom, why we don't interfere so much on their politics is how dirty the Nigerian politics is. You understanding me? And you can't be a freedom fighter, really looking for freedom, and also at the same time, even though what we are doing is political, but if you devote yourself trying to pacify the way politics is being run in Nigeria, and at the same time to carry the agitation of Biafra, I'm telling you, you will lose out completely. You will lose from the both side because what Tinubu is planning could be possible out of fear and pressure. Maybe not only him, also the handlers. You understanding me? Instead of Nigeria to break through pieces, they will go towards that, hoping to use it to pacify the agitators, which is the Biafran agitators, and the Yorubas that they may rise up. Do you understand me? Trying for them to, because he's still going to play that card of the Yoruba secessionist. He's still going to play the card. Now, for we Biafrans, I don't think we are so much interested in the regional government. We want a complete, let's solve the problem once and for all. Go for a referendum. Do you understand me? And divide, let every part of the country goes their way. Irrespective of economic interest, many Western world by hold. All these things, people can sit on the table and redraft. Do you understand me? And change all these things. It is all about, it have happened in other places. It happened in South Sudan and happened in Yugoslavia, USSR. There is always a way to sort these things out. Because number one, we have been in a regional government before. You understand me? And they shuttled it out. The same thing happened in Ambazonia. You remember that the Southwest Cameroon, they were like on a regional government. It's just a matter of time. The government also will twist it and they will return back to the same, to the same place that you are. Because it just need one another government to come and start planning how to reshuffle all those things again. We go back to square one again. In 1967, or after the independence, I think it was regional. You understand me? People were, and they shuffle it. They make sure that they destroy that regional government. If you ask them, they will tell you it is Aguiyi that came and destroyed. Who do you think they will use? They will use your own people. They fought the war. They use Gowan. Even if tomorrow they will bring somebody who will say, no, we want one Nigeria. They can use even P2B. Like this election, P2B can still stand there and tell you, I want one Nigeria. I don't want, you understand me? I don't want Biafra. This
So,
is,
Mazi, are you saying
so,
that regional government does not guarantee total independence?
Mazi, regional government is like a semi-autonomy. Do you understand? It's like a semi-independent. We agree where you have, do you understand me? You can control your natural resources. You can, pay this thing to. But what I'm asking, with the way, because we have tried it before and it was short, short, do you think they won't do it again? That is the question. So if we are going to go to regional government, that tomorrow, after this government leaves, another government comes in, do you understand me, trying to shuffle it back again, there is no need. Do you understand my point? There is no need. So the
Mazi,
most important,
okay, go ahead because
yes.
there's a question I wanted to ask
No,
as to regards
the
to.
most important thing to save life, save all this crisis, for stability in the West African region, for protection of businesses, foreign business interests, let us go for a safe, let us go for a full referendum. From the referendum, if there are businesses, there are things that we all own together, they can sit down on the table. Do you understanding me? And share every part of, even if it is loans and all these things, they will sit down on table and sort these things out. It is not difficult because these are things that has been done in other places. When South Sudan and the Sudan divided, even while they were on the process of dividing, the South Koreans were leading oil pipelines from South Sudan to Port Sudan. Are you understanding me? People were saying, oh, we are dividing. Why are you still laying down? Of course, even if they divide, there will be businesses. Maybe for the first 1 year or 2 years, there will be quarrel. We are not using the pipeline. You understand me? But as time goes on, those pipeline, these are investment. It will come on table and discuss them. Even if the North have laid pipelines from the South to the North, you're not going to say, no, maybe that is for some time. But after, you may sell oil to them. And those pipelines will serve as oil that you are using to transport their own oil to the North. Do you understand me? You can't say, I'm not going to give them oil, I'm not going to. All these things, they will come on the table. So there is no need of talking about the regional now, after all this crisis. Mazi, if we go on completely referendum, those who want to go their way, one, the businesses for the Western countries like America, their businesses, UK, Germany, most of their business will be more secure. There will be stability in the Gulf of Guinea. If you make it regional, you are not stopping the advancement of because we will still be limited to handle the issues of the Fulani radicals, the jihadists that is still coming down. But when you make it, Biafra can say now this is the condition for people entering their country. It will completely stop the movement of the jihadists down to the Atlantic Ocean. Dividing it, making it region is not solving any problem because what we are fighting here is advancement of radical Islamists. You understand me? We are fighting criminality, corrupt government, and everything. Instability in the Gulf of Guinea. So if really America and the Western world want to solve this problem once and for all, it is to go completely division of the country. We can do business with the North. They told us for agriculture, they are number one. They are feeding us. So automatically we will need something from them. Business will go on. It doesn't mean they can't visit Biafra region. Do you understand me? Or, because they are creating fears as if independence is something wrong. Or self-determination is a crime. It's not a crime.
Maz,
Self-determination of
Nigeria is supplying Benin Republic electricity. Are they the same country?
exactly, Mazi. It's not going to, but it will bring development to the south. It will bring development in that western region, all this West African region. Businesses, stability will be on the Gulf of Guinea. But allowing the advancement of the jihadists marching towards, do you understand me, the Biafran region, I mean, this is going to cause more instability. Mazi, Imagine the Islamists can take over Imo State, take over oil fields, and start selling oil in our region. Foreign countries can support them to do that. Do you understand me, Mazi? Let me tell you, you see, most of these foreign countries, they are not looking at what we are looking. They can play the card of religion, but when they come in, they play a different card. Are you understanding me? Let me tell you, countries like China is not interested in your religion, whether you are Muslim or Christian. They are not interested. China is coming for business. So whether it is Boko Haram that is doing the business, whether that it is Fulani jihadists that are doing the business, China do not give a damn. They do business with them. So whether it is, you are talking about they are killing Christians, China do not care whether they kill Christians or they don't kill Christians. Likewise, America. America can play on the card because they are a world power that they can intervene where Christian genocides are being, do you understand me, are being carried out. They can use it and step in. It will be a stepping stone for them. Do they really care? They don't really care like that. They are not coming just to protect you. They're coming for their own interest. They're coming for their own interest. Look at, today, Trump just announced to us that the second in command of this thing, that they killed him today. The same man they told us they killed in 2024. Al-Munich or what? The head of the ISIS and the ISWAP. So, Mazi, who are we believing now? Does it mean the Nigerian military have played Trump? You see, that is what they did also with this guy they call Gento the Yahoo, when they told us that he's in their custody, Mazi. And later on, he's out there. Today, the military told us that means they have announced before that they have killed him, remove the eyes of the people, tell people so that people will remove their. Today, America said. So, these kinds of report, Mazi, we need to be very, very careful. And this report is coming after Rebadu have just come back from America. You know, the Nigerian, they play their games. He have gone there. They talk about it. He come back and give them something. He know they have killed him because they don't remember these things. They don't remember when they lied. They don't remember they have put this thing out there. That is why social media is very, very important. If there is no social media, how can we keep that record? How? We can't keep it. And I was talking to one of our comrades. I told him, look, Rebadu have gradually climbed from meeting Rail Moore now to the vice president. Do you understand me? And Rubio. Do you understand me? The Secretary of State. You know, before when Rebadu is going to America, he was like panicking around Rail Moore, the House of Representatives, the person that was assigned, Trump assigned.
Yeah, yes.
So most times he goes to America, that is where he ends, the discussion ends there. So after they have paid their lobbying money, and I can tell you authoritatively that the person also behind who is helping them to lobby the American government is an Igbo person is involved. An Igbo person. An Igbo man is involved, helping the Nigerian government to lobby America over the Christian genocide to turn it down, to change things.
Mazi, it's even the Igbo people that will bring the best idea on how to handle it. And
that's what I'm telling you. Now, Rebadu have gradually climbed from meeting Rail Moore now to the vice president. Do you understand me? To the vice president, to Rubio, and they will talk to, is it Haggett, for the Department of War. They will tell them, we are looking for somebody, we have bomb that place, who did we kill that place? You understand? He's the one there, they come out, they issue, Tinubu confirm. So what is the military saying? If the operation is between the Nigerian military and the USA, how come the man has been killed twice now? Mazi aka aghụghọ dị n'ime ya nọ now. Something is not right. So if you watch out, if we are not careful the way our people are emotional, these things will turn to transactional. Everything about this will become transactional. You know why America don't even care so much on our own side is because they feel our people are emotional. They are holding out. They feel we are still slaves. We are not yet awakened. I have told people, don't be surprised that drones will be used and launch attack against you. And you will come and you will see Igbo people will come out and say, it is right, bomb them, bomb these Biafra people. Mazi, it's a very complicated game. One thing I'm always telling our people, we have to do one thing. Just like what the world did against King Leopold of Belgium. You remember King Leopold of Belgium was owing part of Congo. You understanding me? He cut people's hand. This is a slave master, a brutal slave master. He makes billions. Look at that time. He makes billions of dollars at that time. How did the world, Belgium, take it out? Because there is an outcry. Both at the United Nations, everywhere, the outcry was so loud that Belgium have to tell him, you have to give up. Because they couldn't continue, do you understand me, to witness. And he was not tried. Nobody tried him. Quietly, they told him, back off. Back off is enough. And that is how he backed off. He was not tried and he died, in the old age, his old age. The wealth remains. His castles, everything he built in Belgium, they all remain. Mazi. If it is our people, they will tell you what your ancestors, the crime your ancestors committed. That is what is happening. But he grew old. That is what we have to rise up to do to Britain. We have not rise up enough to put pressure to the world to ask Britain, put pressure on even the British people to ask British to hands off from Biafra. That is what we have to do. But if we go it through arms, they will support the people to defeat us. And remember, according to the war treaty, if anybody wins you through arms, do you understand me? In a war, if you have decided to go to war, somebody wins you, there is nothing again. He owns you. That is one of the war treaty. We are seeing what is happening in Venezuela. Trump, how he picked up the president and all this, and I tell you today, Venezuela is 51st country of America. Who can say anything? Who is saying anything? It's happening in our eyes. They will dictate what will happen in that land, just like as we lost the Biafran Civil War. Just like we lost the Biafran Civil War. I feel our people are not understanding what we are facing. We have to rise up. Biafrans in diaspora, that is why IPOB leadership is pushing to put up their structures in many countries, where we can be able, in the United Nations, in African Union, our voices must be heard. Britain must hands off from Biafran land. Britain must hands off from Nigeria, so that people can live at peace. We know America is also working in their back for their business interest. We know. But Britain must hands off. The evils that are being committed against our people, we must make sure we raise these issues to anywhere we have to, so they can back off. Put pressure on Nigeria. It's very, very important. But if we say we are going to go, yes, since we understand the tactics they are using the Fulani herdsmen, using the jihadists, trying to attack us, use them as a camouflage, attack us. They said, how did they say? They said, Ebonye sinyugoro ka ọ na-esikwa eme gịnị? Aritu. Since they are coming through the bush, trying to push us away from our farmland and all these things, we go through the Eastern Security Network to oppose them there. Why we will be able to be creating awareness, the civilians, the populations, wherever we are, nobody, no distractor, nobody should distract us. You see what happened the last 4 years is people not understanding what we are doing. When you said, oh, we do it woto kill this person, the Nigerian government is a killing machine. It is the Western breeded killing machines. Soldiers are Boko Harams. They will help you to kill. They will help you to kill. And when they help you to kill, the blame will be on you. And that is what happened. They help you to kill. You take responsibility. The Nigerian military will kill. They will bring in people. DSS will bring in people. They kill. They burn their houses. And you come out, you take responsibility. I did it. Mazi, if we understand how we can operate very intelligently, we will dislodge Nigeria, both at the international communities and even inside Nigeria. We must be consistent in what we are doing. That's why IPOB media team, we must be very, very focused. People should know that we are the one that we defend this struggle. We are the one that we bring the restoration of Biafra. It lies on the shoulder of these indigenous people of Biafra and her leadership. And let me make it very clear. For those who are saying the Directorate of State for the Indigenous People of Biafra is in charge of this struggle. You can talk of whatever you like. The Indigenous People of Biafra Directorate of State is in charge of this movement. And that is why this struggle has survived. Many people I know, they have questions to ask, but don't worry, after the 30th May, we're going to host a program where many of you will come in to ask questions. But this is a special month that we are not going to use it to. We need people to be focused. We need our people to understand that this project is about Biafra restoration, not about an individual, not about me, not about you. Because we are not immortal. Any one of us can die, Mazi. Any one of us. So when I die, or somebody die, you allow the Biafra struggle to shut down? No way. In our presence, look at what happened in Iran. Leaders are wiped out. Leaders, Iranian leaders are wiped out. But Iran still exists today. Why wouldn't there some of them to say it's over? Do you understand me? The country is over. This is very, very important for our people to understand what we are fighting for. This Biafra struggle lies on our shoulder. Those who believe in the restoration of Biafra. That's why you see us, we somehow distance ourselves on politics. Yes, we will look into, because what we are doing is political. But we have to be very, very careful, because the Nigerian politics is all about to buy people. You follow them and eat. Maybe you follow them in a restaurant, and when they are eating their pepper soup, you follow them and eat pepper soup. They will snap you picture and use it and blackmail you as part of, say you are eating their political money. Mazi, are you understanding me? That's why this leadership is very, very important. Very, very strategic. You know, we are in a struggle. Our people are not trained. That's why we talk about people to be wise. You are a leader in this struggle. You are a member of the Directorate of State. there are places you won't go. There are places you are not expected to be seen in that place. You can't say you are a member of the United States, you go out for one beer parlor, you stay there to be drinking and talking rubbish. You cannot say you are a leader. You don't need to be a member of the Directorate of State. You are an IPOB coordinator. You are an IPOB personnel.
Mazi, you are 100% right because there is an interview many years ago that was granted by Justice Oputa, the father of Charlie Boy. And he said that anytime they invite him in any occasion whatsoever, burial, birthday, marriage, that he likes to look at the list of people that are coming there.
Yes.
So that will give him the opportunity to decide if he has to attend that
Or
occasion,
not.
looking at the
That is it.
personalities that will attend that occasion, because he understands his position in the society,
Exactly.
because he might end up mixing himself with criminals, and they will just take advantage of that to snap picture to say yes,
Exactly.
and they can
Exactly.
also use that to blackmail him.
Exactly. Exactly. Mazi, with what is happening now, let me tell you something. Do you know the Finland president? Do you remember when there was they run by Reuters over when Eperima snapped picture with him? Do you
Yes,
understand me?
exactly.
Do you know that picture that Eperima people were circulating nearly cost that man his re-election? His election. That picture, because the picture was being, if you check the Reuters over fake news and fake this thing, they use that picture as one of their example. This is when they are trying to counter all these things. People takes your picture and they use it. They try to blackmail you. They can do anything. That is why if you're an IPOB coordinator, especially this period when politics is coming around, everything you see happening now is because election is coming. They are coming up with different. You remember during obedient time, last in 2023, there were many people in IPOB that left IPOB to join the obedient movement. And when they fell, they couldn't come back because the shame was too much. That's why I said we are very careful in terms of politics and the freedom fighting, what we are doing. Mazi, I tell people, and people who knows me, from 2015, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes here, I will tell you, Mazi, this is maybe 11 years now. I have not danced anywhere. You understand me? I mean, even in my home, I cannot dance. I don't dance because it is now engraved in my mind. I don't go to beer parlor. And that is what many IPOB know, when what we are fighting is a monster. You don't go, they just call you want to be appear there because you want to be. If you want to be, relegate yourself from the top activities of IPOB leadership. Do you understand me? And keep yourself. One side. What we are doing is a very serious issue. That is why some people are failing in this struggle. Some people are being caught. It's not that they went for something, just they drag them. They want to go and follow the village people to discuss. They don't know they have been set up. You know that you are well-known IPOB leadership. You are a top security personnel in IPOB. Your village people will call for meeting. You want to go and follow your village people and sit down there and start talking. Settling village issues. Are you not risking yourself? You are risking yourself. because the enemies are always there. And that is how some of our people have fallen, because they are not conscious of what they are doing. They lose guard. And the moment you lose guard, Mazi, it's very difficult to recover. Presently, you see people, this person will call you, they will call you, this one will call you, you don't know. Now, every IPOB member should be careful. If you're an IPOB coordinator, if you're an IPOB, this thing, you be careful even who you speak to, who you are, what kind of conversation you are dealing with people, the people you are talking to. Because I can tell you, Mazi, Nanki Bazwan, the kind of money Nigerian government have released, they feel they didn't get IPOB. They feel they didn't capture the heart of the struggle. I am telling Biafrans, if they see the amount of money Nigeria government have released in this last time to destroy IPOB, the heart of this struggle, many people will not survive it. Mazi, they are already inside this struggle. Many of them are already inside. The Nigerian government came to conclusion, they realized that yes, they caught Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but the soul of the indigenous people of Biafra still remain. And there are few people holding this struggle. Any day they are gotten, any day these people lose guard. Mazi, I'm telling you, if we lose this generation, if we miss this opportunity to restore Biafra, Mazi, I'm telling you, in the next 100 years, nobody will even talk about Biafra. Irrespective of what we have passed through, only few people will hold this struggle, will give hope. It's not an individual. People must, and I want everybody to prepare yourself. Tell yourself, I will be one of those men of integrity that will help to, because that is only what we need at this particular time. Only that. Because the struggle somehow have been bastardized for greed, for money. It has been bastardized. It gives a wrong image about this struggle. And most of us who found out that, hey, this is what has happened, we cannot run away from it than to stand and correct those things that have happened, to give hope to our people. That for the fact that A fell does not mean B will fail. For the fact that B fell does not mean C will fail. Only thing we will say, we will thank Chukwu Okike Abiama. There are men in IPOB, men of integrity. Many people who are standing, who make sure that this struggle survive. If they fail, I'm telling you, we are gone forever. Because Nigerian government have realized that, oh, these people are smart. Our breeze is still blowing them. Irrespective, they have said you, oh, ESM, we have done this, then have ESM be destroyed? No. When they still go in the bush, where the Fulanis are, they still see ESM. You see the interviews going in, people tell you when ESN come to their communities, they say Fulanis, herdsmen will run away, kidnapping will disappear. These are genuine testimonies. But what is happening when the Nigerian government found out where, because ESN will make sure they target the cattle routes. That is what people don't understand. We target their cattle routes. You know, they have cattle route from West Africa down to our land. You know, the Fulanis have this cattle route. They have, so what the ESN is, we target all the cattle routes and the settlements. We wait for them. Now, when they found out that we were waiting for them, the military will move, come to fight ESN in all those places. That shows you that something wrong and something evil is coming to our land. The military, they are part of the criminal gangs in our place. I have said it on many occasions. Some of the military officers, I'm not saying all of them, but many of them that are sent in our place just come to kill and mine. That's all. So it is very, very important that our people understand ESN is there defending the land. IPOB is on one side, making sure we educate our people what we have to do. Do you support them? Do you support, you don't support IPOB, but do you support Eastern Security Network? You don't. But some people will say, where is the Eastern Security Network? They are doing this. No, there are also communities Eastern Security Network will not go. Reasons are some places do not welcome them. But where we see the community is crying because the PG or the traditional rulers are imposing these Fulanis against our people, Eastern Security will not take permission from you. We will find out that you are working with the government, making sure they, especially where they have land dispute, all these kind of things, you see them using the Fulani herdsmen to attack the next communities. So, Mazi, all these things happening in our place, all the plans they have is to destroy IPOB. They want to push IPOB. The last one now they're coming is push them into politics. You know, they have tried their best. It didn't work. Bring them, push them into politics. The condition they are giving, Mazi, let me read. Some people don't know. Maybe some people don't know. I don't know if I put it for you. Let me read this. This will make a lot of meaning for many people. We saw this circulating everywhere, which they said this is from His Royal Majesty Igwe Alfred Nnemeka Achebe. You know, yesterday he celebrated his 85th birthday in Abia State. I think in Abia State, OT, they celebrated. And there are some statements that has been online since that yesterday. They say, let me read this thing. He said, we have worked very hard on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. We actually offered to take him, that he should be handed over to us. A lot of discussion have to go on, including Nnamdi Kanu himself, accepting to blend back into society and play a different role. This is from Igwe Alfred. He said, a lot of discussions have to go on, including Nnamdi Kanu himself, accepting to blend back into society and play different role. You can still play a leadership role, but in a positive sense. But calling for Biafra that doesn't have a map. Imagine Igwe Alfred saying that Biafra does not have a map. Are you understanding me? These are leaders. He said Biafra does not have a map. So for the fact that Biafra lost the war, does it mean Biafra does not know their boundaries any longer? And we are still agitating. You are looking for freedom, and yet your process does not reflect freedom of expression and freedom of choice, and also that. So all that has to go, and his incarceration, I believe, have brought about a change in his personality. Mandela went through process of change. Obasanjo went through process of change. So we have worked hard. We have worked hard to release him. We have written letters to president. Our members are allowed to visit him. They have visited him and had conversation with him. His Royal Majesty Igwe Alfred Achebe. Why I'm saying these things is our people should remove emotions and know that if we fail in our pursuit for Biafra, we are doomed. Many of us will never see Biafra land again. If we can put this pressure, and Tinubu is planning to restructure Nigeria by zone or for what, Mazi, we are getting there. We need to put pressure. It is not by gun. We are not shooting Tinubu, but it is what are the strategies we are using? Any move they make, we have to capitalize on the mistakes they have made and push Nigeria to the wall. That is what we have to do. Obi and Kwankwaso is coming. How can we, mitigate any wrongdoing there? How can we utilize it to trigger more division in Nigeria? If the Yoruba want to go their way because Obi is coming, better for us. We don't care.
If
We're not looking at his fear
Mark,
of
if the
genocide.
emergence of Peter Obi as Nigerian president will bring the division of Nigeria, then we should be campaigning for him to win so that
That is
so
it.
that
That is it.
through the
That is it.
anger, then we can divide.
That is it, Mazi. And if we realize that the Yorubas are so much afraid that Obi and the Igbo people, when they get the government, it becomes a tool in our own hands. We use that tool because our people are not following their political statement. They are not following things that are happening. That is why you see they are not connecting the buttons. If these people, they are afraid, the revenge the Igbos are going to have, they want to create this fear, we make use of it. So if Obi comes with Tinubu, comes with Kwankwaso, and the problem continue to explode, Yoruba said they want to go, let Yoruba go their way. You have achieved, you understanding me? Then the North and the Eastern will go their way. But one thing is this, the Igbo man is supposed to know. We should not allow Nigeria to use our region as a platform for crisis. We should not allow Nigeria to come together to gang up against the Igbos, the Biafrans any longer. That is one thing IPOB will never allow. Allowing the Yoruba and the North to come together, allowing the Fulanis and the Hausas to come together, or the Middle Beltans, immediately you allow these groups to come together as one, they will make sure Biafra land will be ungovernable. If we understand this, we are good to go, Mazi. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Like you said, that we are in freedom fighting, but we also need to understand the politics that goes with freedom fighting as much as we are all political, because that will give you a clear concept of the direction on how to maneuver. Because at the end of the day, um, what we are doing is also part of politics, because if we are pursuing referendum also entails politics, so but we have to be smart about how we maneuver our freedom fighting so we do not become victim of the Nigerian political system, because I can guarantee you that there are people who are politicians are eyeing IPOB even as a platform to be used for their election and campaign, because Nigerian politicians, they love organizations that come together. For them, every platform that can give them victory
It's
is,
a campaign ground.
yeah,
Yes,
it's
it's
opportunity.
a campaign ground.
If they can use
Yes.
the church, if they can use the church as a campaign ground, if they can take advantage, even take microphone and carry Bible to church because they want to win election, then if it's possible for them to use IPOB to win election, I mean, it is a plus for them, and that is why we have
Yes.
to be careful how we manage. Mas, we spent over 2 hours now in this wonderful program.
So when we'll be coming to the end of the program. So
Yes, we have to come to the end of the program. But before we come to the end of the program, I want to put the last question to you as regards to, uh, you know, what is expected. Because every day we see Biafrans talk about what they expect from the DOS. Now, I want you to tell Biafrans what is expected of them before we round up?
Thank you, Mazi. I think it's a very good question. Um, you know, I will touch on this point. Let people understand something, because that's the only way to clarify what we expect from them. If you watch couple of weeks, couple of months, people do call us, oh, what is happening on social media, this and that and this. And there are something people fail to understand. Social media is a very big world. Do you understand me? That you can't control. There were things the leadership we do years back when we are building this struggle. You understand me? We protect the image of this struggle. We run around. We're in the social media. We address people. And when you address people, do you understand me? People listen to you. They will understand because there was no leakage. There was no gap. But since the 2021, a lot of things have happened in IPOB. There is something people fail to understand. Sometimes they tell you, speak to this person. They forget that everybody in this struggle may have one brother or sister, relative, somebody in his community. You understand me? And at this our age, most of our age, do you understand me? Both whether they are seniors, they are now in government. Maz, are you understanding me? This age grade, you will see many of them in the House of Assembly. You see many of them vying for governor. You see many of them in the House of Rep, in Senator. I mean, now there are things that have happened in IPOB where you create enmity. Do you understand me? Because of one thing or the other. Maybe one thing somebody said or the other. We create this enmity. Forgetting that Biafra, we need also the understanding of our people. Now, you see people, since 2021, people go out of IPOB to seek information because of a lot of things, confusions that have happened, things they have seen. And there are people in this IPOB with their own connections. They are not kids. Do you understand me, Mazi? People are not kids. There are many people in this struggle. Now, on their own, they got some information. They are being informed. Before they tell you that they were blindly loyal. Now people go out there to seek information by themselves. For example, when the leadership explains certain things and they come back to ask you certain questions, which you know what they are asking you is truth. Even if it is not, you don't know about it, you will want to investigate to know this thing they are saying. Now, Mazi, if you come back, are you coming to bully that person that he knew the truth? Or you have to, do you understand me, let him to understand the position of the leadership, the position of the struggle. There are people who understand, and there are people who fail to understand. There are people who see it that we are protecting, do you understand me? You are protecting something as if you are a beneficiary of that thing. Now, what we expect from Biafrans and all those people who have seek some information, got information either through their friends, their brothers, their cousins, who are, do you understand me, who are all there? Because we are not in charge of every information moving in Biafra land. We are not in control. What we expect our people is this. Look onto the leadership of this struggle. Is there in any way you have found out that this leadership has gone wanting, irrespective of everything? Forget about blackmail. And we tell you, trust the leadership. Do not allow people distract us to take over what we are doing. Do not. Because there are people, they want us to discuss irrelevant things on the social media. There are people, they don't want us to focus so that tomorrow they will ask us, what are you people doing? We have spent years. Now the leadership is focused on strategic diplomacy. How do we put up more pressure on the Nigerian government, whether through their election, in any means, to make sure that the chaos, the crisis continue until Nigeria is divided. We are expecting our people to detest all these distractors on social media. There is no need to respond to certain things, because some things that are even written on social media, they are very, very disgusting. That is one thing people have to know. And our people do forget things. I will tell you something. Somebody came up to me. He's a kind of, he's a very close comrade also. He was like upset with me that they are blackmailing him on social media, that I didn't come to rescue, I didn't come to say something. I told him, if you come to the struggle, I am the most blackmailed individual in this struggle. People who speaks for me. But I'm not allowing all this blackmail to, do you understand me, to pull me down. Because there are bigger things they are doing beyond the blackmail to bring me down. So I am focused more on those bigger plans they have. If we continue to run on the social media to respond to everyone that lays insult, blackmail us, we are not going to go anywhere. We will be running around, and that is what the Nigerian government wants. We want every IPOB member. There are some of you, we know we can't even cure your stupidity. But what we are saying also is, go back and reflect. Ask yourself a question. The little money they are giving to you, is it enough coming out to blackmail people just for the fun, and somebody asks you to blackmail them? Is that enough? Is it enough for you to distract our people, forgetting the number of people who have died in this struggle? Mazi, I can tell you one thing here. The blood of our people who have died in this struggle is crying. They are crying. I'm telling you, the dead are crying. Especially those that died under this movement, in this our period. People are crying in the spirit. There is agony. Some are saying, is this what I died for? So, was it this what they called me I died for? As we know those things, it is the living that's supposed to correct most of these things. It is we that will appease them. How do we appease them? By showing them that through our character, our actions, that their deaths are not in vain. That our word should be our command. So, these are the things we want everybody. Some people love talk about them, whether it is good or bad. They want you to talk about them. And I used to ask some people, our people are emotional. Mazi, when South Sudan and Sudan were trying to divide, what do you used to hear? Is it not South Sudan, Sudan, South Sudan, Sudan? You understanding me? Until they divided.
Independence. What are you saying? Yes,
Independence.
independence.
We
Yes.
also, some people that we hear about the Palestinians. Mazi, can you tell me who is the leader of Palestinians here? Maybe you cannot remember. Everywhere the protests they are looking for, it is free Palestinian, free Palestinians. Mazi, we hear people from Sahrawi. Do you know do you understand me? What you hear is the Sahrawi state. The Sahrawi state. What should be our slogan? Mazi, we will get Biafra tomorrow is a slogan. Are you understanding me? Biafra will come tomorrow without any plan and strategy. All these things are slogan, and slogan will not bring us Biafra. This is something we have to know. Because our people are mistaking certain things. We will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. This is a slogan. The moment our people understand what is a slogan and a plan and strategy, the earlier for us. We have a lot of slogan that our people are depending on, thinking those slogans will bring us Biafra. But it's not going to get us Biafra. Without plan and strategy, we will not get Biafra. So what we are asking our people is listen to the way the leadership, the instructions of the leadership. Because we do communicate. Sometimes people don't say, there are things people do right on social media. We go in the back, we tell them, please, Mazi, this thing you wrote, it's not good for the name of this struggle. But sometimes some of those people have been blackmailed to the point not everybody can control blackmail. You know, there are people, when you blackmail them, they go out there to do the same thing. They will tell you, Mazi, if you can endure, I cannot endure. I need to respond. We agree. People have their own different ways of solving problems. So what we have to tell our people, let us not allow distractors, irrelevant things on social media. We want our people to focus on the problems happen in Nigeria. How do we make sure that somebody like Asari Dokubo, an Islamist who is being armed at our backyard, is being dislodged, or we bring his issue to the public notice for our people to understand the dangers of allowing an Islamist to be having an armed group in our place? How can we let the world understand that Tompolo, who is an Ijo man, most of the Ijo who are always, you understanding me, they always come against this. I don't mean every Ijo person, of course. There are Ijos who are, but I mean, there are those who have been armed, who are more Nigerians and have this kind of hatred towards our people. We need to pay attention to these places. Look at coming from the north. Look at Kogi, how the Fulanese are penetrating from those areas. How they are coming in from Benue, trying to enter Ebonyi. These are places, things we have to focus on. You come on the politics. I have said it here, it is our duty. Do you see when we are publishing schools? There was a girl, it was on social media, a girl who reported a hospital. She came to a hospital where she's working and made a video in the hospital. There is no light, there is nothing in the hospital. Do you see? They expel her, shut her up. And I think the case is ongoing. They say they will pay 10 million for what they have done to her. You see schools, when people come and show the people how poor the schools. Look at Ebonyi State. Some videos that were posted, it's the same thing in many Biafra, in many villages and communities in Biafra land. We focus on all these things. If we expose these things, if a school is built, it is for the benefit of our children. It is for the benefit of our brothers and sisters living in the villages. For the fact that you are living in the villages does not mean you should be denied a good environment for education. People that are in community schools and all these places supposed to have a conducive educational centers.
And health
Healthcare center.
facilities.
Good
Good health
facilities, health facilities. These are the things we want our people to focus. Forget about all these things people are talking today, tomorrow. The messages are clear to us. There is no other way to inform you I mean, somebody have tried every possible means to communicate to you that I don't care about anything. He is no more in pursuit of what you are pursuing. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you anything. Certain things people are doing is the politicians that are also sponsoring them. Because you see what people are doing, they are sponsoring them because, let me tell you, they said you want to destroy IPOB, destroy the leadership of IPOB. They know everybody dragging to take the soul of the DOS is because they know that is where the men of integrity are. And they are doing everything to. They know that is why they say focus on them. Because they know when they destroy them, everybody will scatter. And I want you people to put the DOS in prayers. Put them in prayers so that they will not, out of anger, backslide from what is happening. They will not, out of so much blackmail, and say, I have taken enough. Pray for the DOS that they won't look back and said, I have been blackmailed enough. I have nothing to benefit from this thing any longer. I need to live a life. I pray for the DOS not to bring their personal life, what they want to. Immediately they bring it, they will lose focus in this struggle. And when it happens, I'm telling you, we will only regret it. There are men around the world who are standing firmly for this struggle. Both people praying and doing it. Every day is one challenge or the other. So I'm asking all our IPOB members, 30th May is here. Make sure you attend. If you are in diaspora, make sure you attend this event, this commemoration of our fallen heroes. There will be no excuse. I have said it on the first day of this program. I said, take permission from your working place for 30th May. Take this permission. You have no excuse why you won't be there. All our media warriors, please let us focus on major issues. This particular point, when Nigeria is at this stage, we want articles, we want issues to make sure we tear Nigeria more down. We pick holes. When they started their city boys, we said they are just starting. You understanding me? Their city boys movement. When you touch one or two things, you see where they. I think, Mazi, you see now we have touched them and they are going down. The game have not yet started. Let us finish our 30th May. We are coming. Even those who say they are going to represent us, our duty is to make sure that those who will go, we will hold them responsible. Whether we vote, they say they are going to represent us. And also, on the other hand, let Lord harden the heart of Tinubu, so that out of fear that Obi and people will win the election, he will run faster than them, trying to divide Nigeria so that he will not go in shame. This is all our prayer. Everybody look from this direction. In any way they do it, what we know is we are going home. Mazi, I will stop here. I said, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless you and bless all Biafrans who have joined this program this evening. I will be here on the same platform by next week, Saturday, to continue on the gospel for the restoration of Biafra. And by grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, after 30th May, our next program, we will open up the line so that people can be able to ask questions. But we are not going to take unnecessary questions. We are focused on how to take this Biafra struggle to the next stage. Because this year, as Nigeria is happening, I have told people, as Nigeria is heading towards this line, America is here. Whatever is their interest, let them continue to pursue their interest. Biafrans are pursuing their own interest. Everybody is pursuing the Fulani herdsmen pursuing their own interest. The politicians are pursuing their own interest. Everybody should focus on your own interest. Don't leave your own interest and start championing another person's interest. Don't leave the Biafra agitation and start championing that America have come, they will come to give you Biafra. No, you are failing it. Stick to your interest. They should know what you are agitating for. This is the opportunity you have. As they are here, they are pursuing their own interests, laying pipe, trying to get hold of rare minerals in the north. It is opportunity you continue to let the world understand. As they are digging their rare mineral or their oil, they are on ground. You make sure they understand you want the dissolution of Nigeria through a peaceful means called referendum. Ndewo Chineke.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much for that message. And I want to assure you that the Biafran people are standing by the Directorate of State. And I believe that it is through that Biafran support and the public support that you're able to sustain and have the courage to continue. Because without the people's support, by now the DOS would easily give up. But I know that you are still standing strong because you know that the people are standing behind you. Thank you very much, Mazi, for this wonderful evening broadcast. We spent over 2 hours, 40 minutes, and it's my pleasure to have Biafrans. We have a huge number of listeners on different platforms in their thousands on Radio Biafra, on BTV Europe, on Rapture Media, on X, and on Telegram Live. We have thousands and thousands of people who have tuned into this wonderful evening program, and they have stayed till this moment. It shows that it is an interesting time. And I also want to say thank you very much. And I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate the time Mazi Chinasa Nworu have dedicated. And I also want to tell Biafra that we shall be meeting next week again with Mazi Chinasa Nworu, coming to continue from where he stopped, always on this platform. My name remains Ikem Patrick DK. And until I see you again, I encourage you to continue to tune into BTV Europe. We come to you live and direct, and we'll continue to make sure we sustain our programs on this channel. Until I see you again, have a wonderful weekend, and God bless you all.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Yeah. They are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, ideal and heritage, bias and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna praise us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll and the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of a hero's blood. Abaganazo Bunigwe was stronger than flood, but a juke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again.